114 counties. 111 of those counties are currently listed on the drought monitor of having some form of level of drought.
Farming is a challenging occupation. The weather is something we depend on day in, day out. We had a spring that was the wettest, one of the wettest in history, 20 extra inches of rain in April and May, which made planting, which made growing, which made the crop health very tough. And then once we hit the first part of July, all the rain turned off in our area. So we went from excessively wet to excessively dry. So crops don't like that imbalance. There was a crop this year, which is good. The drought makes challenging is your corn can go from 18 to 20% moisture and then in just a few days be down to 14, 15% or even less. So it makes your yield and your harvest time really critical. So this dry has pressured harvest time into a right now type of situation.
When we start looking at fall harvest and drought, some things to think about when it comes to fields and fires is to make sure our equipment's clean. You know, start out the season with a good clean machine, and then every night at the end of the day when you quit, use a battery-powered leaf blower, gas-powered leaf blower, and blow all the dust and the chaff off of that.
And the window is tight. Then you want to go early, you want to go late. You'll kind of sacrifice sometimes drinking the right amount of water. You'll sometimes sacrifice a little bit of safety where something needs to be oiled. But I urge myself and all of ourselves as farmers to kind of follow those rules that are make sure the machine is turned off, make sure that you are paying attention to what's going on, because it is urgent to get the crop out. But if we're not here, then that's an even bigger problem. They're basic safety things that get missed when we get in a hurry. So dryness adds a complexity when you look at the big machines that we're in, because corn harvest or soybean harvest, it's dry, it's dusty, it's dirty, there's lots of flammable material in the fields, and our big machines have a tendency to accumulate dust everywhere. So this is a unique machine in that it's air cooled, so every single day we have to take and blow all the dust out, all the dirt away from it, because it can get too hot. It starts, combine fires are very common from when a bearing gets too hot and then there's dry material packed around it. So having your fire extinguisher or two, because they're big machines, and doing walk around checks so you don't see smoke or anything smoldering, and using a simple air compressor, but it's dirty and it's the first thing we want to not do is blow the machine off. But getting all that dirt and dust and flammable material away from the machine is probably the biggest safety thing you can do on a combine. Key things that you want to look for is really where your main bearings and your main drives are, because your main bearings are what create a lot of heat, and every farmer will know their machine better. Key areas around the transmission, around the exhaust, around the radiator if you have it, around main bearings on the header, watching for where heat can build up by the ones that have the load, and all the work is done on the machine. And each machine will vary where it builds up flammable material. You just have to find and locate those, and then make sure you stay on top of getting them cleaned up and away from the machine.
Personal experience, we've had on our farm we've had a combine burn. We lost a tractor here several years ago. Some lack of maintenance issues, a leak here that we didn't catch because the machine was dirty. We were trying to rush through harvest and get that last little bit before the weather changed on us. Precautions we take now, making sure you start out with that clean machine.
I think a very important thing is to understand that there's a very small number of farmers here in the U.S. that are still here and still operating. And that's a small number when you look at the total population. And we need every one of you. So take time to slow down, check your machines, and understand that we do work in a dangerous business, but none of this works if you're not here. So watch out for yourself, watch for your machine, because we need you here.